Rajalakshmi, this statement which comes in from the Home Minister is something which should be seen as a reason for Uddhav Thackeray to be smiling and also accepting the fact that, things are not that bad between the BJP and the Shiv Sena. Does it also indicate that the BJP wants to keep a little window of opportunity open with the Shiv Sena in future?
Whatever I saw of the interview, Mr. Amit Shah, he has, he has spoken very maturely and in a very sensible way. And actually, the way what he actually said was, he did not say that the Honorable Governor, he has written something wrong. He said that he could have worded it in a better way. Because that is, what I also felt when I heard about the letter was that, the governor has tried to put in some kind of humor or, some kind of a, he has tried to play along with words. So which actually, did not go very well with the Shiv Sena. And but what actually is a little shocking was the way the response, the response of the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, that was also very shocking. Because, to start with, the governor should have worded it a little more formally maybe. But then, the response also was a little too arrogant, I felt. So, sometimes these play of words, they get a little bit out of hand. Like, I'll just get a little away from, since Mr. Sanjay Raut is saying something, this episode between Kangana Ranaut and Sanjay Raut, that was again, a war of words that went totally out of hand. So similarly, this, I think, this, if to start with, the governor should have worded it a little more sensibly, a little more formally maybe, then, things could have been better. I think that was what the Home Minister was trying to say, that, in such matters, actually, one never knows how the other person is going to take it. So, the humor or the satire is something that always, you never know how the other person is going to respond. So that's a very tricky situation to play with. That is what I thought that the Home Minister was trying to convey. He did not say that the governor was wrong in whatever he said. Because if you go by that, the BJP has also officially said that, since everything else is open, like the bars were open and, other places were open. So then what was wrong with the opening of places of worship?
Yes. But so, I think that prerogative by the Home Ministry, that prerogative by the Home Ministry, I think, has been given to a state government. But it's interesting, as you are pointing out, Rajalakshmi, that the Home Minister did not completely reject what the governor said, but he only said the language perhaps could have been better. Do you think in the battleground state of Bihar, this actually would be an issue? Or do you get a sense that it may not be an issue any longer, which is why the Home Minister said what he said and he clarified?
He very clearly said that, this was not something that was politically motivated. This was something like whatever I could see was, on social media, like right from, say, even my daughter, she came up to me and told me that this could not have been a suicide. This started as a public movement. It was a movement right from the ground. It was not something that some politicians had started. And it was something that, because of all this movement, some people definitely took it up seriously. Like, say, for example, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy and Ishkaran Singh Bhandari. And then, yes, a lot of media houses, they did. They started questioning the government. And that is when, the government suddenly became very defensive. The Maharashtra government, right from the start, has been very defensive about it. And they were holding on to the case so tightly and were just not willing to let go. And it was as if, they just didn't want to hand it over to the CBI. Whereas now, look in the Hathras case, like the SIT was put in place, and then again it was handed over to the CBI. And the Congress very conveniently is playing like here in Maharashtra, it is like, okay, you have to take it at face value that it was a suicide. Whereas in UP, you want a CBI inquiry. And whereas there is no resistance from the UP government at all. And here there was such a lot of resistance. Like, look at what happened with whoever raised their voice, the Kangana Ranaut incident. was a totally unnecessary incident.
Okay.
You actually made a total hero out of her because you could have
Can I come in for 10
I don't
seconds?
know why it was supposed to have been made an ego issue. Like no, this is definitely
Mr. Sapra.
on the CBI. And
See,
even about
listen,
the drug,
I would like to make it
the
clear.
Home Minister has said that.
Can I please? It's my turn.
So this
See,
actually
let me make it clear.
Let her just complete a sentence. Just let her complete a sentence. Yes, Rajalakshmi, can you just complete? Let her complete the sentence. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Mr. Sapra, go ahead.
See, let me make it clear that nobody can compare the SSR case with the Hathras case. Why Hathras case? The entire nation was violent.
Can we just take? Can we start? No. Wait. Hang on. Now we are not going to start talking about Hathras over here. We're not going to talk about. No, I'm sorry.